President Joe Biden has officially announced he is dropping out of the presidential race. This comes after growing pressure from his own party to pull out of the election after his disastrous performance in the June 27th debate against former President Donald Trump. In a letter posted on the X social media platform, the president confirmed he will not be seeking a second term and will address the nation later this week. Biden called serving as president the greatest honor of his life. He goes on to say that it was in the best interest of the Democratic Party and of the country to stand down from that re-election effort. Biden said his focus will be on fulfilling presidential duties for the remainder of his term. President Biden went on to say that he will endorse Vice President Kamala Harris to be the nominee of the Democratic Party this year. He says that picking Harris to be his VP in 2020 was the best decision he has made. He ends the post urging Democrats to come together and, quote, "Beat Trump, let's do this." Now, an hour after Biden's decision became public, former President Barack Obama, he praised the president, saying, quote, "Joe Biden has been one of America's most consequential presidents, as well as a dear friend and partner to me. Today, we've also been reminded again that he's a patriot of the highest order. It's important to note Mr. Obama did not endorse anyone to replace Biden on the ballot." Right now, we'll toss things over to CBS reporter Natalie Brand, who has the latest on this big story from the White House tonight. Natalie.
CBS News has learned the president began to come to a decision Saturday evening after reflecting on the path forward. This afternoon, he had a call with senior advisors and then made this historic announcement on social media. President Biden has dropped his bid for re-election. In a statement, the president said in part, quote, "While it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term." His change of heart comes 1 month ahead of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Jamie Harrison is the chair of the DNC.
I am emotional about the president's decision because this president, Joe Biden, has been a transformational president. He's been a great leader. He's a good man, a decent man who has done so much for this nation, but so much to see us as people, to value us, to fight for us.
In his statement, President Biden says he's offering his full support and endorsement of Vice President Kamala Harris to become the Democratic president. President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton are also backing Vice President Harris. By this weekend, more than 36 Democratic lawmakers had called for the president to exit the race following last month's debate. Delaware Senator Chris Coons, one of the president's closest allies and co-chair of the Biden-Harris campaign, called this a critical moment in American history.
This was a very difficult decision, and one that I think reflects the very best of who Joe Biden is. The challenge of seeing this moment and of recognizing what was in the best interest of the nation was a significant challenge. I still believe he could have beaten Donald Trump, but I also know that what he's done today is in the best interest of our nation.
President Biden made the decision while recovering from COVID-19 at his home in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, where voters say they support the move.
I think he made the right decision. I think it was very brave of him.
I just think it's a little shocking at this stage of the game with, 13 weeks. A long period of time.
The DNC says in coming days the party will undertake a transparent and orderly process to move forward as a united Democratic Party. Vice President Harris, in a statement, says she's honored to have the president's endorsement and said it's her intention to earn and win the nomination. Meanwhile, we have not yet heard from President Biden on camera. He said he would address the nation later this week. Live at the White House, I'm Natalie Brand. Back to you.
A historic day in American politics. Natalie, thanks so much. President